everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
So I'm watching Bridgerton, Season 3, Episode 4.
Old friends.
New lovers.
Ah.
I don't have a lot to say about this episode or this season, really. Not in a bad way. It's, I love it. I am thoroughly enjoying watching it. It is very confectionery.
I do think it's also going to be backloaded.
I'm hoping, because this is it's very formulaic, and there's not a ton of, like, conflict or, like, I don't have questions. Like, I'm not, like, I'm not in like, a state of anticipation or, like...
I do think that part of that is because of the, like, friends to lovers of the season. Where it's like, we very know how it's gonna go.
Well, everything is very telegraphed in a way that I'm a little bit... Well, they showed their work. So Penelope and Colin got together.
Almost carnally.
Well, they dipped a finger in.
At least one by the look on her face.
But the issue, because I said something about halfway through, but I was like, the problem I was having is I just like all of the other matches more.
The ones
like
you're not supposed to want,
I was liking Penelope with Lord Debling way more than I was. And I had already just kind of forgotten that Cressida was... Like, I knew she was competing for his attention.
Yeah.
But I was viewing it as she was Penelope's competition, not as she was also a potential love interest for him.
Yeah.
And so once you said that, I was like, oh, I am an idiot.
They are a better... If that should be something going forward, Cressida and Lord Debling, I think that is a better match, because Penelope does want to fall in love, and Cressida just wants to get the fuck away from her dad, who apparently is like the world's biggest cock, has terrible interior decorating taste.
It was
for a ladies' receiving room?
It was so... I think it's his library. They called it the library on the, like, behind the scenes.
Well, then why is that where you're receiving your guests? That's fucking horrible. You're gonna put that pink cotton candy girl in that fucking room? Absolutely not. You need a ladies' receiving room for that. And so that kind of... I just think she needs to get away from her family, and he needs someone to, like, keep accounts...
Well,
for his... Because he's gonna leave for 3 years immediately.
They showed their work, and especially once he was like... My dead wife occupies my heart, and, like, there's a potential for...
Is he a widower?
Did they not just say that? Or did they not say that?
No, Lady Danbury's brother is a widower. Yeah, his work occupies too much of his heart.
Okay, I might have merged the two, but, well, then I don't like it as much.
Oh.
Like, the show and the Bridgertons focus so much on, like, marry for love.
Yeah.
That, like, I kind of keep forgetting that in this milieu... marriages are more
business
partnerships.
Yeah.
It's more like, how can we unite these two houses?
Yeah. Or like, I need something and you have it.
Uh-huh. I just like Lord Debling so much.
He's very appealing.
So much.
I keep on not committing his name to memory. The actor's name. But he's...
The beard is so good.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
That's tricky. Blonde beards...
Sam Phillips.
Blonde beards can be tricky. Yeah. Because if it... Yeah.
It's working. It's definitely working.
We already mentioned that glimpse into Cressida's world. I guess that's just her issue. Literally no one has ever been nice to her before.
Yeah, which is why she likes... why she's at least tolerating Eloise, who seems to then just be running off at the mouth about feminist ideals.
Well, that was another thing, is because I was getting, like... And I'm apparently... desperate, fiending for something gay, because there was a point where...
Dead Boy Detectives. I think we need to do it.
the Cat King, yeah.
My kingdom for like 11 more hours in the day.
But there was a scene with Eloise and Cressida, and I was like, do I maybe let's be friends? And then no, I don't think that's gonna happen.
The thing is like, apparently the showrunners talked about wanting to like portray more gay relationships. I think the issue for me is that like they've painted themselves a little into a corner with like the society of it all, because you just have to get married to the opposite sex in this universe. That's not to say we couldn't have more side characters like Benedict's art friend in season 1, but I would be interested if they decided to do it, but I am curious about how, I guess, because they can't like be open about it. So that's where I'm like, what's the over-under?
It's just such a fantasy, the show.
Yeah.
And it is so very good-natured.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are boobies and butts.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like, I feel like young people could watch this no problem.
Sure.
Like, no problem. And
maybe Simon and Daphne's absolute fuckfest in season 1, which maybe not, but this seems
season 1 was a little bit edgier, I think. Yeah. But
because in season 2, Kate and Anthony don't have sex until like the final, second to last or final episode, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm with you. I also think it's like kind of whatever. They're all of them are in loving marriages. I feel like it's fine. Like,
but it just like, I mean. I'm
sorry, I need to clarify. I don't think you should only have sex in marriage. I'm just saying for the people who are like, kids shouldn't be watching sex on TV. I think it softens the blow a little, maybe.
Yeah, I just think I'm just going to keep repeating the point. Yeah. It's just such I keep wanting to say fan fiction or fan service, and that's not it, but it's just such a level of fantasy in a way that, usually, and especially with like TV shows and stuff, it feels a bit more catered to the male gaze a lot of times.
Sure.
But the Francesca is another one that I was not. Who is her? Well, there was Lord
Samadani.
Samadani.
Whatever.
And I was liking him. I don't know why. I guess because the Queen was pushing him.
Yeah.
And also he likes sandwiches. So I really
it was not a sandwich.
With that.
It's called a millefeuille. It's a pastry.
Oh.
It's like a puff pastry with cream and fruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just way off.
Well, he feels smarmy to me. And sort of just like, yes, I am the Queen's chosen for you.
And then who's her other? Kill Martin?
That's his, like...
I don't care for the name.
Well, his name is Lord Sterling.
Okay.
But Kilmartin is his, like, ancestral home. It's in Scotland.
Oh, okay. It's so Saltburn.
Well...
Yeah, I wasn't fully, like, that wasn't resonating with me, because I just kind of felt like they stood each other next, they, like, plopped the two of them next to each other 2 or 3 times, and we were meant to be, like, swooning and frothing, but finally they did the, like, what?
Well, it's for people who've read the books, because I'm like, aw.
Nothing.
It's sweet. And they both don't, they liked the quiet, they like to be quiet together. It's sweet.
Okay. Well, the music thing was cute.
Yes.
And especially because when it was happening, I was sort of like, what's going on here? I thought he was going to go tell the guy to play the song.
I thought so too, to be honest.
It was kind of like, I mean, I guess I see where the sentiment, but I was like, don't do that. Don't ever approach an artist and be like, do this differently to my specifications.
Excuse me, this girl I think is beautiful. It says you play like shit.
And well, and also that also goes for comments on YouTube.
Sure, yes, yeah.
Don't go to someone else and be like, I don't like this. Do it this way.
I saw this thing the other day that said, any commentary that is not requested is criticism. No exceptions. So,
but he basically acquired the sheet music, hopefully paid for it, and then had it rearranged.
I think he did it. I think he rearranged it himself, yeah.
So now they have one single thing in common, so it is a love for the ages. And I don't know why that's it, but that's it. No.
I like seeing this because, as I mentioned during our watch along, in her book we don't see a lot of their courtship. So I like seeing this because we don't really get it in the book, and it's sweet. I think it's sweet. And I like him. Same as Victor Ali.
They are really beating this, I keep forgetting his name, Will and Alice,
Mondrich. Yeah.
We're really beating this horse of a plot that he can't.
Yeah.
He has this, like, great gentleman's club, and everybody loves it, but because he works at it, they're leaving it.
Yeah.
And again,
because it's just not done.
Yeah, I know, I get it, but I just, it's one of these things where I'm like, I feel like we're really overcomplicating this plot.
Well, we are, because he is acting stupid about it, because he's like, so many men have left.
What do I do?
Do we need, I can't get a new bartender, is it the decorations? And it's like, no, they've literally all told you to your face that you shouldn't be working there anymore. And so I don't know if it's like because of the time period, But you and I are very like, hire a like manager.
Front of house.
Just hire a front of house manager and get the fuck to the party with your wife. Because even Lady Danbury was like, the queen will also not look favorably on this. You need to get your husband in line. And Alice has taken to this like a duck to water. She is beautiful. She is at all the events.
That dress, we should be playing games. Is what we should be doing. We should be picking like a dress and like the best song, because I'm going for Snow on the Beach. Just
sure.
I like that so much. But no, her.
I don't know. I liked Pitbull. I liked Pitbull at the end.
Her like kind of Greco-Roman. White.
Uh-huh.
And she was like in the box with Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
Whose wig. This was like a wig of wigs.
I can't even speak about it.
On a show with wigs.
Yeah.
It had lighting. It was like.
And like little, and movement. Like, so
it
like
was like
mechanics.
a Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
With like crystal swans.
Like, what's her guy's name? Her like little man that like Brimsley, was he just back there like turning a crank?
Cranking.
Like, oh, but now both the Featherington sisters are pregnant as well. Because she was just walking around clutching her breasts at the party.
Because they were tender.
In public.
And I mean, we kind of breezed past it, but Lord Debling did propose.
Well, he asked permission to propose.
Sure, I guess it was different.
Portia said yes, and then as they were dancing, Colin came up and interrupted. And Lord Debling was like, I'm pretty sure you're in love with him. And that's why you look out your window at his house and all this stuff. And so, yeah, so he left. I kind of hope we get more of him and Cressida, because I do think that she could be like, I think she could secure that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she also, like, I can't imagine her wanting a husband that, like, was around all the time. You know? Just, like, have a bunch of sex before he leaves. Hopefully you get pregnant, and then you don't just see him for 3 years. You can do whatever you want with that baby. You can just, it'll be fine.
This is a little too appealing for you.
I mean, I certainly don't want to get pregnant, but, like...
Violet and,
God, yeah. What is his name again? Marcus. Lord Marcus.
They talk some more. We don't fully understand why Lady Danbury doesn't like him, other than she finds him to be rakish.
She did have a lot of commentary on how he treats women, because he was trying to get her to, like, meddle with him and Violet. And I'm not sure she picked up on that. And he's like, I promise my intentions are pure. And she just was like, get out of here. I liked his scene with Violet. I thought it was sweet when he was like, I didn't have a love match, but we came to care for each other. And she was like, I did, so it's all I know. And then he was like, I hope I get a love match the second time around. And I'm just like, just find an empty cloakroom.
Oh, yeah. And then Benedict and...
yeah. Yeah, what did we decide her name? Lady Tilly. They are doing it all over town.
Yeah, well, all over her bedroom.
Oh, well.
They are charming. Both actors are beautiful and charming, and they have had chemistry in like the 2 scenes that they've been in. But again, that I guess if I have a criticism, I need a little bit more to like.
I think it's just to give Benedict something to do, because he left the art school last year because he found out that Antony paid to get him in, and it wasn't like on his own merits. Also, I think Benedict is just like biding time until we get to his book. So
I just assumed this was going to be her.
Nope.
Oh.
Not even a little.
Well. I don't know. I mean, I guess I was going to say the jury's still out on whether or not they're following closely.
Yeah, I mean, something. So far, the spouses are all
correct.
The same.
Okay.
So, yeah. I'm not sure.
It's just fun. Yeah. It's fun, very light, very pretty, silly. Yeah. So yeah, we had a really good time. I'm kind of with you. I kind of want to just keep going, but we'll be back in June.
About a month.
To do.
Just about, I think it's like June
5 through 8.
13th. Yeah. 5 through 8.
So, okay. Hope you had fun.
Bye.